Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Ana, where we share with you a lot of interesting and useful information about Benidorm town and Spain in general. Today we are on the Levante beach to talk about the latest news update from Spain and Benidorm. And we have three news to share with you today. First of all, something that is affecting a lot of people that are coming with their own vehicle towards Benidorm or are planning to rent one in here, because there's a lot of changes in terms of accessible zones and parking spaces in Benidorm town starting from 2023. The next news will be about vacational properties, about short-term rentals in Benidorm and in general in all coastal touristic area, what is actually going on, and what changes they might implement shortly due to high prices here in Spain. And the last news is about Benidorm and which kind of tourists they're trying to attract right now the most. As usual, at the end, we'll finish with the weather forecast for the next upcoming days. First of all, let's start with Benidorm mobility plan. This is something that's been going on for quite a while already, for months and even a couple of years. Benidorm has been discussing to implement some changes to make the town more sustainable, ecological, more eco-friendly, if you wish, and just to limit the amount of cars that are able to pass through the busiest areas where we want to have some fresh air. For example, here on the Levante beach, the cars are still allowed to pass through all this walking alley. The same is happening on Poniente beach as well, and in different even centric areas of Benidorm town. And this is about to change. Benidorm will be launching a specific app. The name of the app and when it's going to be starting, I will let you know slightly further in advance. But it's the app that will basically provide you all the information you need in case you're coming with a vehicle or you're renting a vehicle in here. You can download the app and it will tell you where you can come with your car the furthest and where you have some parking spaces, and it will let you know the available places directly online, so you won't need to go and search just in case they have any. The app will let you know immediately where you have free parking spaces to leave your car. This will basically be affecting the majority of cars here in Benidorm, which are with gasoline or with diesel. The cars that are 100% electric or hybrid cars will not have these restrictions whatsoever. There will be three big areas in Benidorm that will be affected. This is obviously the Levante beach, the Poniente beach and the city center. And the main goal is just to make sure that these areas are less polluted as possible, the less the better obviously, and that there is not so much movement of cars. So basically these areas are pedestrian if you wish, and only like silent eco-friendly cars will be allowed to go. This is kind of a good news. However, the bad thing is that majority of people here have normal cars, and if you cannot allow yourself to buy a new car because they're extremely expensive, electric cars still are really expensive, and sometimes it's double of a price of a normal one, then the government needs to do something about it, give some bonuses, some discounts for people who wish to change from one car model to the other in terms that it's electric or hybrid, you know, that is more eco-friendly, because if not, people will just won't be changing because they cannot afford that. That's the word. They cannot afford that. However, if they do these type of changes, I definitely wish that the prices will be more affordable. And Benidorm is quite a big town. You know, here we do have some public services like public transport, bus systems. There is even a train that connects with other areas like Altea, Calpe, even Alicante. So it's quite good. By the way, Benidorm has launched already 2 electric buses, and I've seen them functioning already here in Benidorm, which also helps a little bit. They're so silent, so nice, so neat and clean. Let's hope that any of these days we will get a chance to go on a route with one of these 100% electric buses in Benidorm. Let me know what you think about these changes here down in the comments below. It's true that right now they will start the building works and all the works on the roads to change all the signs, to adapt all the roads. And this will take them a while. Probably this new law will come out, like these new changes as it is, will come out only by second trimester of next year, 2023. The second news that I wanted to share with you all is about the vacational home, the apartments, villas, everything that you rent short term here in Benidorm and in all our touristic coastal area. The main issue is that the owners of these places are obviously making it because they want to receive some profit out of the property that they don't really use, which is why they are renting it. However, there is a big however in here. They are looking right now that it's not as profitable any longer to rent short term, even long term, their property, because the electricity costs, the gas costs, the water as well are going really high, even though it might be not as high as in other countries, but still it's quite a big increase. If before an apartment of 55, let's say, square meters paid between 60 and 80 euros for electricity a month, right now they're paying around 200 to 240, which basically eats almost all the majority of their benefits that they're receiving. Also in these apartments, the main issue is that people sometimes, not all people, but sometimes there are people who just don't really care, they don't think about it, and they just leave the aircon on 18, 16 degrees the whole entire day long, even with windows open, and they just leave it there. Doesn't matter if they are inside of the apartment or not, and they waste a lot of water, a lot of gas, like everything. They don't think about how much of expenses this will go towards the property owner. I mean, they're on holidays, right? So they think it's all basically for free. They can use whatever they want. So right now, property owners are thinking to limit some of these services. It's not something confirmed just yet. However, they're saying that maybe, just maybe, they will block the maximum temperature and minimum temperature that the aircon is allowed to be on. So like with specific wall systems, and less than that or more than that, it's not going to be possible to put on, because it's not the same to have your aircon at 20, 23 degrees than to have it at 16 or like 28, 29. There's a huge expense difference. Apart from that, they're thinking of putting the hours of use, which I know for a lot of you guys, you won't like it, to put specific hours of use, for example, when it could be mostly used, and then if not, the other hours will just be blocked and it will not be possible to turn it on. Then they're also saying to put detectors of movement, so only when they detect that someone is moving inside of the apartment, the lights will go on. If not, the lights will remain shut down, so that, you know, a lot of people, they just forget to turn out. Sometimes it happens to me as well, to turn off the lights if you're not using that area of the apartment any longer. So this would help as well. And if the measures will not be adapted shortly, a lot of the property owners already are saying that it's not going to be profitable for them any longer, and they might even be thinking about not renting that property anymore for short term or long term, it doesn't matter. With a long-term rental, you know, you can still discuss, you can still try and ask for just a small extra payment, you know, or people can pay for their electricity themselves when you rent a long-term property, which is in majority of the cases, it's like this. You pay for your own electricity expenses, not the property owner. But short term, I mean, you cannot really discuss that. So some of them are thinking to put some extra fees on air conditioning, like an extra safety deposit box, you know, like an additional charge. Others are just thinking it's not worth it any longer. So we'll see what's going to be happening. I just hope that there will be some changes, because obviously the tourism will suffer, because a lot of people are coming to short-term vacational rentals here, especially spending quite a few months of winter, because it was supposed to be more affordable. But right now, let's see what will happen this winter. And the last news that I wanted to share with you all obviously comes from our favorite Benidorm town. By the way, while I see some police officers, I'll answer to one of your questions, one most commonly asked questions: why there are so much police officers in Benidorm. They were here all the time. The thing is that with pandemics, we were not used to see them here because there was not many movement going on around, so it was just not necessary. But once the pandemic is over, they are always going through the Levante beach to catch these potato scammers, you know, and other scams, to see so that thieves will see that there is a presence of police, and like this there's less temptation to go to the beach and steal someone's bag, if you know what I mean. So which is why here there's so many police officers. We are not bothered at all. We are happy that they are here because we feel way more secure this way. So it's good that they are here every couple of minutes passing by. And the last news that I wanted to share with you all is about the touristic model that Benidorm has. You know that Benidorm basically caters for everyone. There is a lot to do for pensionists. There is a lot to do for people with children, without children, solo travelers, couples, youngsters that just want to party and go to the British street and visit all the possible nightclubs, people that love nature type of tourism, visit safari and natural parks, people who love theme parks as well. It's like everything for everyone in here. It's a perfect destination for every single person, probably, just depending on the area where you will go. And right now Benidorm is saying that winter season, they see it slightly more vulnerable, because in winter basically Benidorm depends on Imserso, on the groups of pensionists here in Spain that travel with specific discounts, when a couple of weeks on full board can cost you around 160 euros in a 4-star hotel. So it's just really, really affordable. And they basically depend on that. If not, a lot of the hotels are closing down for winter holidays. The thing is that they want to promote a different type of tourism, which they are calling, attention, silver tourists. This is considered to be a tourist for over 50 years old with quite big economic resources. Basically, tourists that can allow themselves to spend a lot of money and are over 50. Not sure why they put these type of labels, but it's not me, obviously. It's them who say that this is a group of tourists that they want to center themselves on for winter periods, because the goal is to maintain Benidorm as busy as it is throughout the whole entire year, and the goal is to maintain all the hotels open throughout the whole entire year, to be able to preserve more work positions, to be able to get more people working as well. And for hotels, it's extra income that they sometimes are lacking during winter. Basically, they exist with what they have earned during busier periods of the year, because in winter prices are really, really low, which is why you can actually see that some of the hotels are putting a sign closed for November, December, January, February, and start in March or April, depending when the Easter holidays will actually be starting. So this is the new idea for Benidorm tourism. They did not mention what extra things they are trying to offer for this type of tourists, for this new gap of tourists, this group of tourists. However, I do feel that probably they will promote quality tourism. They will promote 4- or 5-star hotels. They will promote nice climate. They will promote amazing food, restaurants, gastronomy of this region, different excursions that you can take, boat excursions, although there's not much of them will be left in winter, except for maybe just a few towards the Benidorm's island, and only when the weather is good and okay to go inside of the sea. So we'll see what will be happening. A lot of the hotels, by the way, right now are already offering discounts for people over 65, and shortly will start to offer discounts for people older than 50, which is actually very nice. Why not? I just hope that the prices would be more affordable for all of us who want to travel, but once they start offering discounts, it's still great if Benidorm will be able to maintain itself as busy as it is right now, with a lot of people on the beach, hotels working, bars, restaurants working as well non-stop. It's still great. And as I've said, Benidorm has something to offer for any one of us. Independently of what our preferences are, you will still be able to find something for yourself here in Benidorm town. And now let's talk about the weather. What is happening in Spain and in Benidorm area in the next upcoming day? Right now, it's actually really, really sunny and even hot here in Benidorm town. You can see there's a lot of people down the Levante beach right now wandering around, doing some sports or just having some lovely walk. However, there are clouds that you can see just a tiny bit right there that are coming down to Benidorm, and it might be raining today in the evening. The rain might be here every now and then, not something fixed throughout the whole day, but just some hours of the day, especially in the evening time or early morning. and by Thursday we will not have any rain whatsoever. It's going to be sunny, nice and warm back again. Temperatures still are really nice. Today here it's around 26 degrees. In Alicante 27, Barcelona 24, Granada 25, Malaga 25, Sevilla 27 as well, Madrid 19, Murcia 27, Balearic Islands 27 degrees, Canarian 25 to 27, and Valencia 25 today. The temperatures will go down just a tiny bit with the rain. However, on Thursday they will be going back up again, and we'll have around 30 degrees here in the zone. The water temperature is still really nice. It's around 24 degrees, so it's still ideal for swimming. Thank you all for watching today's latest news update from Spain and Benidorm town from the Levante beach, the famous Levante beach in Benidorm. I wish you lovely holidays. Gosh, it's going so warm. I wish you lovely holidays if you're coming to Spain in the next couple of days or weeks. And I'll see you already tomorrow with a bonus video here on the channel. Bye.